son of a...
That's fishing across the nation. That's fishing around the world.
Facts of Fishing, the show, presented by Subway. Eat fresh. Shimano, technology you can feel. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Livetarget Lures. And Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. This week, Dave's let the mouse out of the house. Without further ado, here he is. I can't say this.
Just read the script.
The world's greatest angler, Dave Mercer.
You know, I don't care what you're fishing for or where you're fishing. This is my favorite time of a fishing trip. I mean, the anticipation, I got no idea how this is ever gonna work out. And years ago when I was fishing a lot of tournaments, that's where my adrenaline came from. But now I get it from, you know, you guys right there. That's right. Hanging out with you guys and shooting these shows, it's exciting because we got a lot of expensive equipment, a couple of overpaid camera guys here, and we gotta make it happen today. So please, fish gods, don't make me look like a fool. You know, sometimes you kind of feel like fishing a certain bait, and there is no more exciting bait to fish than a soft plastic topwater bait, like this little Livetarget field mouse. You guys have seen me throw the Livetarget frog. Today I'm throwing the field mouse. And if I can somehow, if the fish gods will allow this to work, there's no more exciting, exhilarating, insane-o way to catch bass than with this bad boy right here. Come get me. I'm a helpless little rat. Just a harmless little field mouse. The thing I really love about this little field mouse is how easy it is to walk. And that's really important all day, but especially, you know, kind of now, low light periods like this. Because later on in the day, I mean, fish may totally be locked to structure, and I'm gonna have to throw this bait right on top of, you know, a stump or slop or whatever. But really in the day when the light's low, fish are, you gotta believe they're gonna be moving around a lot more. See how that bait walks, boom, 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 boom. I'm a little field mouse. I'm just a simple little field mouse. Oof, the panfish are eating it. Some people may think that the panfish are a bother, but I actually like it when they're messing with my bait, because it kind of lets me know that the lake is alive. Gotcha. Eat it. Oh. Come here, dude. That dude right there, not a giant at all. With an appetite like that, he's gonna be one day. Whew. Get out of here. Oh, a little Livetarget field mouse. Slid up the line, out of the way. Put it back together. I'm gonna send this little dude out there to get eaten again. Got it. Get out of here. Just another day in the nursery. I gotcha. Not exactly the one we're looking for, but if you can catch little tiny bass like that on it, it's obviously not too big for the ones we're after. Pike. Gone. One thing you want to get in the habit of doing is using a loop knot whenever you're fishing a soft body topwater like this little Livetarget field mouse. Why? Because that loop knot gives a lot of slack at the end of that line and will allow your field mouse to walk. And fish can't say no. Gotcha. Oh, come here, dude. That dude right there is a prime example of a fish that a lot of anglers, let me get him on hook, are gonna miss. I mean, he's no giant. Let me get him back in the water. But look where I'm fishing right now. I'm moving between two areas. Because this bait is so easy to walk, don't be afraid to throw it in open water like that. Let's move. Come on, you big brute. One huge key in this style of fishing, as in every style of fishing, is having the right tools. This crucial is specifically designed for frog fishing. This is 7'9", and the reason I want a longer rod is a couple reasons. I mean, when I do get a fish on, I need that leverage to pull that fish, because, I mean, a lot of times you're not just pulling that fish, you're pulling that fish and a whole bunch of landscape with it. Another reason is I want to make really, really long casts. And the reason for that is, think about it. I mean, we're literally fishing in less than 2 feet of water right now. So being quiet is a key, which I have a problem with. So normally I'm talking up here, making noise, but if I cast far away, you can get your bait there before they hear you. Gotcha. Come here, dude. Are you through? Yeah, you are. Came out from under that dock and dusted that little field mouse. Ah, that's not very nice. Little guy. That's not the dude I'm after. It's Junior Fry. Get out of here. That would have been so cool if he was giant. One of the crazy things about fishing this bait is just the anticipation. I mean, you know, you're just bringing your little mouse along, helpless, nothing can happen, all is good, do 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 do, do 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 do, and then it gets smoked. Oh, here, look, the V in the water. Come on, come eat it, dude. I had a V in the water, swimming towards my bait. That was awesome. Come on, come eat me. The key is to remain calm. Big fish. Come here, dude. Smoke that bait. Stay on, dude. This kind of fish, you just need to keep pressure on it and just end up with a big mung ball like this. And a lot of people would think that fish is gone, right? I mean, it's just a big, giant mung ball. But I'm here to tell you that there is too a fish in there. That fish right there is a prime example why you need to come out here and be loaded for bear. 65-pound test Power Pro braid to pull these beasts out of the jungle. Literally, that's where they're living. And as you got to see, you need to be loaded for bear. I mean, you go out in here with, you know, light line, this dude right here, he's still gonna be swimming around laughing at you. Awesome, awesome critter.
So we've all heard about social media big shots like Ashton Kutcher and Tony Hawk. Well, now Dave is trying to become one. So make sure to follow him on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Closed captioning for Facts of Fishing, the show, has been provided by BoatSmart Canada. Get your Pleasure Craft operator card online at boatsmartexam.com.
I said this is the most exciting way to catch them, but it's also crazy because you have to remain calm. Because if you are hyper like I am, you'll rip the bait right out of the fish's yap. And I have learned a long time ago little tricks to help myself remain calm. Most of the time when I'm fishing soft topwater like this, I try to fish it with my rod tip up. And that's for a reason. Because now, when that fish hits, I have to drop and set the hook. It's just a dummy trick for dummies like me. It gives me that extra split second that sometimes it takes to get a hook into those fish, because a lot of times when you fire that bait up there and you feel that, see that big, that could just be the fish rolling at it. Look what it's got to come through, all these weeds and around stumps and slop and all sorts of things. So a lot of times that fish actually misses the bait the first time. So as soon as you see that explosion, feel for the fish, just like you would if you didn't see the explosion. You know, if you're throwing any other bait and you're just going on feel, that's what you want to do here. There he is. Oh, another good one. Another big one. Come here, dude. Come here, dude. Oh, dude, easy. Are you through? I don't think you are. Come here. I don't know why I mess around. I really just pumped your butt in. But I'm being kind today. Smoked that little field mouse. Look at that. I'm just a helpless little field mouse, just swimming along. You know, this dude right here is a prime example of why you have to tie that loop knot. You know, a fish that hits in the middle of the slop, I mean, it just kind of sees that bait going across. But this fish hit at the edge. As soon as that bait started to walk, this dude ate it. Awesome. Look at the yap on that thing. These things are designed to eat these tiny little field mice. Awesome, awesome mouse eating machine. I love it. Awesome. Come on, baby. Oh, come on. You know, you've heard me say this a ton of times. Whenever you go somewhere and you're catching fish, a lot of times, and I used to do this all the time. I mean, I'd roll in, I'd catch a few fish on the field mouse or whatever I was throwing, and they'd stop biting and I'd just move along. And that may be what I end up doing here today. But one little trick that I always do is don't ever leave an area without throwing something different. Just gonna dunk this rodent around a little bit, because not all fish are gonna eat the exact same. Told you, never ever leave a spot without trying something different. That fish right there is a prime example. I probably threw over that fish 4 or 5 times with the little field mouse, but it wasn't until I came along with this rodent that he ate. Don't just leave after they stop eating your first presentation. Give him something else to look at. He's no giant, but I'll take him. I don't even drink coffee. Don't like the smell of it. But one thing that does like the smell of it, obviously, is bass. They're addicted to coffee because these perfect plastics are coffee impregnated. And what that does, I mean, people will ask about scent all the time. What that does is that basically, it makes you a better angler in the way that it fills up for your mistakes. And what I mean is when a fish grabs that bait with this coffee scent, it's just gonna hold on for a little while longer. So if you've ever been out fishing for, it doesn't matter what you were fishing for, but you just felt, and you missed a fish, chances are, if you're using a scented bait like these coffee scented perfect plastics, it would have held on a little longer and you would have caught it. What the hell? Did you see that? Dragonfly. Caught it in my hand. Another dragonfly. What is up with this? They think it's a mate. Ah. It is not your lover, my friend. It is but a simple striking rodent. Look at him, he's kissing it. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. I know the feelings, my friend. When I was a single man, I left the nightclub many times with that very same feeling. Thought I met the girl of my dreams. Turned out to be a rodent. Get out of here. The rodent does not just have the appeal to the dragonfly, but as you can see, bass munch him too. Fish. Little punk. Nothing to see here. Look away. Oops. Come on, big bugger. There he is. Good one too. Come here, dude. Come here. Get in the boat. You dirty little beast, you. Look at you. Oh, you know what's a good one when you can just shove your hand in there. A pile of salad and a pretty good largemouth. I don't care where you fish. That's a good one in my books. Get spooled up with some heavy, heavy Power Pro braid and get in there and get them. Come here, dude. Get up here. Here, get up. Wow, you're connected. Now you're free. I thought he was bigger. Ah, I thought he was bigger, but he's pretty decent. Every single one of them is a good one, especially when they make that sexy, sexy noise. I love when they play the braid in the slop. See ya. Play it one more time. That sound. There he is. All right, I gotta stop talking about it. My nipples are hard right now. Oh, big one. Oh, come here, dude. He's not as big as I thought. You little small fry, tricking me. Get out of here. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but sometimes I get a little excited. Don't ever trust me on the first big one. A lot of times I'll say big one, big fish. The really, really big one is where you trust me. If you hear really, really big one, that means I have confirmed, I have seen him. But on the first big one, that's pure emotion. You can't trust that. Junior. You are much too small to act like you're big. Come here, dude. Ugh. Get up here. Man, oh man, this fish right here was way tougher when he had all that junk on him. Still the same, pretty decent, slop-laden largemouth. Let's get him back in there, into his home. Ah. He had no trouble getting back in. I think it's a better one. Lord only knows. Get up here. Look at the mess of this dude right here. Ate that little rodent. And that right there is a pretty decent largemouth. This dude was on fire. As soon as that bait hit the water, he ate that rodent. Awesome. That's what you get. So basically today was a junk fishing day. And by junk, I mean the structure we're fishing, junk. There was no one technique that we stuck with. So as my idol, the one Mr. Kenneth Rogers says, you got to know when to hold 'em, when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em, when to fold 'em. Every time enough for count. When the dealing's done, Come to my boat up here, cozy in for the night. Often on Facts Fishing, you guys don't get a chance to see how I roll outside of the Skeeter and G3. I mean, it's not all about just catching fish, you know. Every once in a while, I like to cozy down in this little bad boy right here. I'll pull up to there in a little while. I don't want to get the cameras on board and stuff and make it all cribsy and things, but let me just tell you right now, that bad boy right there, totally pimped out.
Well, if you ask me, this week's show highlighted 3 known pests: the field mouse, the rodent, and Dave. Boy Wonder fished for 8 hours and 37 minutes, made 1,033 casts, and managed to boat 17 fish. And that's the score. All of today's fish inhaled one of 2 baits, either Livetarget field mouse or a Strike King rodent rigged on a trocar worm hook and a 1/2-ounce Eagle Claw tungsten worm weight. Dave fished the Livetarget field mouse on a 7'9" Shimano Crucial frog rod, paired up with a super powerful Shimano Calcutta D, and spooled up with 65-pound test Green Power Pro braided line. When it came to the Strike King rodent, the gear of choice was a 7'2" Shimano Crucial jig rod and the ultra-compact Shimano Chronarch 50E, also spooled up with 65-pound test Green Power Pro braid. Now you've got the facts. Ah, it's my favorite time of the week. This so-called TV show is finally over.